So, good morning. Today it's day 3 in Manali, and yesterday we didn't do so much, but I'm just absolutely amazed by the hospitality here and by the politeness of the people. Yesterday we were just eating at our friend's house, who has a lovely farm up in the mountains here in Manali, and we had some lunch there. And then after that we went to a very small village near Manali. There was a local festival, the Gayatri festival, and it's one of the oldest temples, and also one of the local villagers was telling us it's like the only temple here in the vicinity, in the wide vicinity. So we were extremely lucky to witness the puja yesterday and the festival, the festivities around it. And we've been going in and out of people's houses who are all inviting us and eat their local food. And we've been talking with a lot of local villages as well, and it has been absolutely amazing. I'm just so amazed by the hospitality and the warm welcome of the people here. And that is not something you easily find in Mumbai, so it's completely different. And it's also the Himachal food. It's like perfect. It's like it's so tasty and it's good, right?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, my husband and I have been going in and out of houses and talking with the people, enjoying meals and chai, and it's really wonderful. So today we're going to Patli Kuhla. Due to my personal journey, we went to Patli Kuhla, a small village between Kulu and Manali. It's a very tiny village that is quite quiet, and it has a very cozy market. And the local Shiv Mandir is where we went there to do our prayers. And it was also a temple for me where I had to pay my respects. We went there with a local guide, a guide that is a friend of mine from Japan, and he showed us around today Patli Kuhla and all the other places, and we truly enjoyed it. Then we went to Nagar, to the Roerich Museum, which was very interesting to see. And I didn't actually know about the existence of the Roerich family. It was
Yeah.
nice to see how the Roerich family had such a big influence and how they were the pioneers of starting like the Asian studies for the West. They did many expeditions in the Himalayas, and they did also a lot of research. So it's definitely a nice museum to check out if you're in Manali. And this museum is also sponsored in cooperation with the Russian embassy. The museum is displaying their estate and the art of Nicholas Roerich, and the expeditions and the stories behind their research and expeditions they did in the Tibetan Himalayas and the Indian Himalayas. also studied and researched the philosophy behind yoga and Tibetan Buddhism. Nicholas Roerich also had a son, Svetoslav Roerich, who was also a very famous painter, and also you can see an exhibition of his artwork in the museum as well. He's mostly famous for the fact that he was married to a famous Indian actress called Devika Rani. There's an exhibition of them together, how they actually met each other, their married life. You have a very beautiful view from the museum gardens as it looks out on the valleys below. It is also the last resting place of Nicholas Roerich, and you can find his grave there in the garden as well. The Uruswati Research Institute was created by Nicholas Roerich and his family. They did a lot of research there about their expeditions to the Himalayas in Tibet and India. You can find an exhibition of their work and what they did, and it's definitely worth checking it out. It was surprising to see that they also studied and researched the philosophy behind yoga, Buddhism and Hinduism, something that was quite unusual for that time, especially for people in the West. Nicholas' wife Helena was a great philosopher, and she was also very spiritual, and she came up with the Agni Yoga. You can see in her drawings as well that she was doing a lot of spiritual predictions and how she saw her visions through the Agni Yoga that she was studying. The Roerich family has also written many books on their expeditions to the Himalayas, but also about the philosophies and the science behind spirituality that is connected through yoga, Buddhism and Hinduism. Afterwards we went to Nagar Castle. Although it's a small place to visit, it is interesting to see, as Nagar Castle was built. It was an historical structure made of stone and wood. The castle was built by Raja Siddhi Singh in 1416 AD. You can see that it has a unique kind of architecture. It's a combination of European and Himalayan style. And this castle also has 3 different shrines that hold a really big significance when it comes to religious activities in that time. Right now you can just roam around and you can watch the different places in Nagar Castle, and there's also a restaurant. But foremost, it has an absolutely amazing view from different angles. guide enough for showing us around Kulu, Patli Kuhla and the Nagar Castle and the Rurig Museum that I had no idea of that existed. It was really interesting to learn about it. And now we're waiting for our friends and then we go for dinner, and in the meantime we're playing. We're always playing with the doggies here. The next morning we first went to Solang Valley, and we did quite a trekking there to visit Anjani Mahadev, which was absolutely beautiful. As the whole environment, you can see it's covered in snow, and it was a super nice trekking as well. It was just breathtaking, the views, the fresh air. And it was just so nice to walk around there, like in this snowy landscape, snowy nature. There were many small rivers with fresh water coming from the Himalayas. The water that is from the snow and the ice melting from the glaciers on the mountain peaks. The water is super fresh and you can actually drink it if you have like a streaming river there. And of course we came across some other doggy friends again. And now I do have to say, people tend to feel sorry for them, but I can tell you one thing, they're absolutely taken care of. And these Himalayan doggies, they love cold, they love snow. And you always see them sleeping in the snow, and it's a great insulation for them. Also their thick fur keeps them really warm, and the local people are really taking good care of them.
अब ऐसे बैठ मैडम बैठिए
Sit. You want to sit? Come. Don't worry. इसको गिराना मत, लेकिन डर जाएगी बहुत.
आपने नहीं लेना
मैं उठ जाऊँ, यही बैठेगी सिर्फ.
बैठिए ना
मैं भी बैठूँ.
पकड़ के ऐसे नहीं बैठना
पैर खोलूँ ऐसा.
Just put your legs wide, I'll be there.
Yeah.
yes ओके मैं छाता दो मेरे पास है
छाता दो. मामू एक सेकंड इसको अपने नीचे जाने दो. मामू तू नीचे जा, नीचे से बनाना.
पूरा पंख रखने चाहिए चलो वो यार
Okay, like that. Okay.
पकड़ के ना
Yeah.
Now do we stop this?
Yeah. कोई बात नहीं. It's okay. Okay.
लगती है हाँ शाम को तो लगती है ना आराम से
Okay.
You gotta hang this. I have like a slow bump.
स्लिप हो गई. ठीक है कोई.
After visiting Solang Valley, we went straight for Atal Tunnel. We actually wanted to go to Sisu, but due to heavy snow and rocks and avalanches, the risk of avalanches, we couldn't go there. So the driver would only take us up to Atal Tunnel. So Atal Tunnel was quite nice, but it was super busy as more people, of course, intended to go to Sisu, but they were not allowed by the police. So I do think Atal Tunnel is the next best place to visit if you can't go to Sisu. At the top of Atal Tunnel, not Sisu. Sisu is close to falling boulders and heavy snow. But this one will make up for it too. Right?
So, do you like here?
Yeah, it's okay. It's like
This in the snow heaven.
in the snow heaven, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. Satish and I had a wonderful time walking in the snow, playing in the snow for a little bit. And unfortunately I got like a massive sunburn while I was there because the sun was quite strong and it was not that cold actually, even though there was snow all around us. The altitude was around, I think, between 3,000 and 4,000 meters. It could have been a little bit less too, but definitely it should be having around that range. And so I really suggest you, if you go there, then definitely also check out Atal Tunnel. Our last stop was Vasista. I hope I pronounce it correctly. Or Vasist village. It's like a small village near Manali, and it's famous for, as they have 3 major temples called Vasista temples. So we went there lastly and we warmed up with some really nice masala milk. And of course we also visited the temples itself to get some blessings and to do our prayers. I think all those days in Manali and Kulu and all the other places have been quite blissful for us as we went to every single temple we came across.